Hello everyone, hope you are doing great. So I'm recording my video at home because I have some congestion of the nose, nose and a sore throat. Hopefully it's not a symptoms of the COVID-19, but I don't have the fever or any other symptoms of COVID-19. Hopefully I'll be fine. I have the schedule of the COVID-19 test and on campus on Wednesday morning. So you will, when you watch this video, maybe I already took the test. So I will let you know the result as soon as possible and let you know how we will do the lecture. But mostly, I think we will keep the remote format because anyway, we are keeping the remote format and there will be no problem. One issue is that, regardless of the condition, the Wi-Fi connection at my home is very bad. I don't know why, even though I pay much for the 600 megabytes per second. The Wi-Fi connection is not very good usually, so that's why I don't try to do the lecture at home. But in this time, to the for the public safety and the hygiene, I would keep recording my lecture or doing my lecture at home. But anyway, so I will let you know about that soon. So this is the first video of the lab, so that you can follow it later after my demonstration. Whenever you need to start the SPSS program, you will need to go to the virtual lab. Sometimes in last semester, I had students that they could not know and they don't know where they can start. Because they could not open the SPSS program in their main computer. So in that point, in your main computer, you cannot open your SPSS program because you don't have the program. So always start from the GBC remote lab, from the remote link. So connecting, it takes some time, usually based on your machine and based on your virtual connection. Maybe I played too much in the snowing day. Because it's first time to live in a single house in the United States. The removing the snows and the cleaning the street, it takes so much time. Maybe you're familiar with that, but anyway. So it takes time, about 2 to 3 minutes, sometimes within 1 minute. But after opening the remote for a program, you will need to go to your secured folder in the H drive. So again, all of the lab works. I mean, using the SPSS and using other programs, so you will need to open the SPSS program in the virtual lab. All right, so maybe you can ignore this message and open your folder and checking your H drive, because last week we practiced how to save your file in the program. I mean in your H drive, right? So you can have this data. Okay, so usually double click. You can double click this data to open the SPSS program, but if you want to go to the program manually, you can go the bottom left line, all program, the Gettysburg applications, and the IBM SPSS statistics and IBM 25 SPSS 25. So this is the program. Maybe you can try to move this one, the create link. You don't need to do that, but if you want to do it with a quickly, maybe you can use this way. So I made a shortcut. But regardless of the creating shortcut, you can just double click the GSS 2018 data. And it will take some time. If you cannot find any data in H drive, you may need to go back to my previous video of the demonstration with the demonstration I did last week about how to download your data and how to save your data in the secured folder in the H drive. So that is the first step you need to do. It's very normal to take some time. Usually the SPSS program is very heavy program. in many settings. But trust me, it's the easiest to program. Unfortunately, it's not freeware, but compared with other programs I use for the more advanced statistics, it's easiest one. So okay, yeah, I will. So I have this. I have described it in my lecture, in my demonstration of the lecture. There are. I will let you know about that. There are two windows in the SPSS program. So the second one is the data window, and the second one is the output window. So in this time, you can ignore or minimize the output one because we will take it later. Okay, after adjusting the screen. Sorry about that. Oh. Okay, after enlarging your windows here. I know it's very heavy here. There is always the step. So data view, this is the data view. You can see the raw data of the in your variables in data. And in variable view, this is the data format or the screen format. We can see more details of the information. But before going to the next steps, you will need to change the option every time. If you go to edit, and then from edit to the options, there are many options here. So in first option, in first tab, in general, you can go to the variable list and then display name, display names, and change your option to the alphabetical because you wanna. So you need to see what are the information in the display, the variables. So you will need to see the display name and the variable names, and then sort the variables alphabetically. So these are two changes of the general option, and go to the output here. The output, the outline labeling, you need to change as names and labels, and the name and labels again. So after changing those two tab options in those two tabs, go to apply, okay, and click OK. So this is the basic setting you need to do before starting any type of the analysis. In my understanding, every time you open your data or every time you open the SPSS program, you will need to change those options, okay? So first step is opening the virtual lab program. The second step is using and opening the SPSS file, and then the third step is changing the option as the basic setting. All right? Thank you for your time and see you in next video.